Thanks, Wes. And in other news, we've all seen the horrible pictures from that Haiti devastating earthquake. Have you ever wondered what it's like to experience the disaster firsthand? News Channel 8's Wes Small caught up with a rescue responder.
All right, thanks a lot, Jerome. Let's get some first-hand knowledge then on what it's like to be at ground zero. Of course, we're talking about Haiti. Again, here with Liz Goggins, who is with the rescue squad. And this is Jason Henry, who's also represented by the rescue squad, and with the Wilsons from Mount Victory, right? We understand that you went down to Haiti. Under what capacity?
Yeah, I went down representing St. Croix Rescue and also the Federal Head Center. Primarily, St. Croix Rescue, and with Federal Head Center, we donated some supplies to support St. Croix Rescue's mission and also the Haiti community support. Down at ground zero, it's pretty rough down there. Just imagine the entire Virgin Islands living on the tops or living on the tents. That's pretty much what it's like.
We're no strangers to dep meds and tents and being homeless because of Hugo, Maryland. But where did you stay? I'm interested about the rescuers. Where did you stay? Where did you sleep? How did you drink and eat?
I slept on the floor. I slept on the top, on a mattress on the top. I slept just like the Haitians slept.
Is it as bad as the pictures on CNN and what we see on network news?
CNN and network news, they don't do justice for what's going on down there. There's no justice. Yes, it has improved a little from the first day. Obviously, when I went there, most of the dead bodies were off the streets. There were still dead bodies on the street, but there's no justice.
How did you get in? Did you get into Port-au-Prince, or did you make the
No,
trek from
we had to go to the Dominican Republic. So we flew into Dominican Republic, and we took a long 8 hours bus drive down into to Haiti. And so that was an interesting bus drive. But we got there, and then from the time we got there, we just started hit the road working.
All right, Liz. The Wilsons are coming in as we speak, and we believe one of them is going to hit St. Thomas, the other one's going to be working this side of the Virgin Islands. Now, for that, then, when do you think the next trek will be down to Haiti?
We are looking at possibly within the next week. Bruce had traveled to Haiti, to Port-au-Prince, to help with Matilda to do an assessment. So, we need to make sure that everybody can work there, that skills aren't wasted.
As people are watching this tonight and they just want to give through their TV screen, we know that the Red Cross is a great drop-off point. Doctors Without Borders, the Wilsons, Mount Victory, these are all entities that were already in Haiti before this. What can people just do now?
I think people should definitely still give money. I mean, prior to going down, I heard give money, money's needed more. And I didn't understand why, but being there, I see why. Because one, you donate canned goods. These people don't even have can openers. They used to living off of the ground, living off of provisions grown. What the problem is there's a lot of food on the streets to be sold, but there's no money to buy food. Banks are still closed. Just when I was leaving, some banks out, but people have no money to even buy anything.
People getting desperate.
Yes. Yes. So
sad stories about bullies pushing women out of the way and smaller people out of the way.
Yes, definitely. I because we were doing with medical, we weren't dealing with the food and drop-off supplies. But I heard some stories while I was there that the people who
military presence. Are you happy with that?
Oh yes, definitely. The military presence stopped by our camp several times, and we also had police securing us most of the time that we were there as well.
I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
Thanks, Wes Small. And members of the Supreme Court paid a visit to our territory recently, and News Channel 8's Lee Carl caught up with them.
3 branches of the VI government welcomed visiting justices. The mid-year meeting of the Conference of Chief Justices was convened on St. Thomas on Sunday amid greetings from the leaders of the 3 branches of government. Chief Judge, Supreme Court Justice Reese Hodge welcomed the 40 or so visiting judiciary leaders to the territory.
I looked at the photographs of the last
conferences,
and
back
trust
in
me,
2007.
this is a much
Here's
better
the Chief
attendance.
Justice.
I must thank you because I know that for many states in this budget crisis, it is really had to take an effort from you. I know many of you run for election to actually come to the Virgin Islands at this time, and I truly thank you. Now, when I decided to agree to host, there was really 4 things that made me comfortable that we could do it. First was, again, the support of my colleagues, especially Justice Capret, who had been a member of the conference for 6 years and felt that we could do it, and I took her advice. Secondly, I knew that we would have the support of the government. we are a tourist industry and the government has put on conferences. And on my return, I discussed it with the governors and senior people, and immediately they were all thrilled. They committed the governor to host an evening before he even knew that he was hosting an evening. And throughout, the executive security of the governor's office has really come through, and you all have seen the Department of Tourism has contributed greatly financially and assigned staff to work with us. The Superior Court, the legislature, I immediately advised the legislature that we would be hosting. They included money to cover it in our budget, which was approved. So the entire government actually is part of this welcome to you here today.
Governor John
The reason I'm
Chief
especially
Justices
pleased
used
to
his
be
brief
here, quite
remarks
frankly,
to
it's
speak
not
about
just
the
because
development of the Virgin Islands
Chief
court
Justice
system,
Hodge
where
invited me
today
to be
there
here.
is a
And
Supreme
that
Court.
by itself is a tremendous honor, quite frankly. I've known the Chief Justice for quite a while. And even from my days as Commissioner of Finance, I knew him. In his other life, when I could call him Attorney Reese Hodge, we even were involved in politics together. The outcome wasn't quite what we both wanted, but we got a chance to know each other. But the fact that today, and in January of 2007, when I took office, he's the one that gave me the oath, was truly a tremendous pleasure for me, because it was a natural migration in terms of how I saw him, and I think how this community sees him. But more so, because it was the first step in a process for the Virgin Islands since 1917 that has taken us to having a Virgin Islands Supreme Court. From 1976, our legislature had put in place a territorial court that served as the initial arbiter of local laws. But it wasn't until 1991 that our territorial court obtained jurisdiction over all civil matters.
In St. Thomas, Lee Carl for News Channel 8.
Thanks, Lee Carl. Some very sad news to report this evening. A St. Thomas woman has been killed in an apparent fire in the Cowpit Bay condos early Sunday morning. Unfortunately, units from Lima Command found a condo completely engulfed in flames. The woman's body was found on the floor of the condo. A complete investigation is underway. Stay with us on News Channel 8. We have more after the break.